Six Sigma Overview, Chapter 5. In this chapter, we are going to understand the Six Sigma methodology. Also, be familiar with the DMAIC methodology, which is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, and how these different tools, techniques, and approach that are part of this Six Sigma methodology can help you and your organization to be in a continuous improvement mode. So we know that the starting point for all improvement effort is a problem. Now, in quality, a problem is considered to be an opportunity for improvement, and this opportunity for improvement will lead us to investigate and eliminate the root causes. Root causes can be analyzed by a variety of approaches, tools, and techniques, and these will take us to a path of continuous improvement. So this lecture is to go over the Six Sigma as a problem-solving approach. Understanding processes is key to effectively applying Six Sigma, because many of those Six Sigma projects are focusing on improving processes. So in general, there are two types of processes in any organization. The value creation process, which sometimes are called the core processes, and these are the most important ones, and those are the ones running the business and maintaining or achieving a sustainable competitive advantage. The other type of processes are the support ones, and these are the ones that contribute to the successful performance of any organization's value creation processes, employee, and daily operation. So Six Sigma is defined as both a quality management philosophy and a methodology that focuses on reducing variation. And remember that any process will have some type of variation, but it's very important that we identify those special causes of variation and we eliminate them. Also, we'll focus on measuring defects, and we're going to have a target value of 3.4 defects per million opportunity, and Six Sigma help us to measure this value. Also, improving quality of processes, products, and services, and promoting a philosophy of continuous improvement. So Six Sigma methodology helps organizations achieve the goal of 3.4 defects per million opportunity. If you check history, before our capability was 3 sigma, and the long-term yield was about 93.32%, but that's historical standard. Then we had a current standard that was 4 sigma, and this was giving us a long-term yield of 99.38%. The new standard, the Six Sigma, gives us the long-term yield of 99.99%, and this is what it helps us to achieve our goal of the 3.4 defects per million opportunity. Now, in a practical meaning, even though you see that 99% is good, it means that you could have 20,000 lots article of mail per hour, or 15 minutes of unsafe drinking water each day, or 5,000 incorrect surgical operations per week, or 2 shoreline landings at most major airports each day, 200,000 wrong drugs prescription each year, and no electricity for almost 7 hours each month. So you see, even though it's 99% good, it still is producing defects. And this is what we want to reduce with the use of the Six Sigma methodology. So the problem-solving approach of Six Sigma is in terms of a DMAIC phase. And DMAIC stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. And it is a structured, disciplined, and rigorous approach to solve problems and process improvement. And the good thing about it is that each phase is linked logically to previous and next phase. So it will be the best to finish one phase to start with the other one. So let's go over the different phases and see what tools, techniques, and approaches we can use for each phase. And let me tell you something, this use of different tools, techniques will be based on the type of project, the type of organization, and the expertise of the group. Six Sigma projects are done by a team, a cross-functional team that has knowledge on everything that is this specific opportunity for improvement is touching all the different areas. So in the define phase, the purpose is to select the right project. And sometimes this is very difficult because you might have different opportunity for improvement. So the best is to come up with a criteria process that you can use to select the right one to do at this moment. Also define the problem in terms of customers' critical demands. And this is also critical because sometimes it's very critical to define the problem that everyone's understand. So the output of this phase is the problem definition and understanding. Different action steps and tools, the project goal setting, determine the project scope. So for this, you have to do brainstorming, identify stakeholders, very important, everyone that is involved directly or indirectly. Each of those stakeholders will have a vote in that responsibility metrics. Also develop the SIPOC, which is suppliers, input, process, output, and customer. And also capture the voice of the customer, the VOC. You select the team, you launch the project, and you create the project plan. So these are the different steps and tools that must be used or are used in that define phase. Now this is an example of the SIPOC, and this is very important because this will help you to identify the suppliers, the input, the process that you're trying to study, the output, and the clients or the customers. So this is an example. This is Meals on Wheels project, and if you know, this is they provide meals to elders, and the suppliers are the seniors first, then the G8 foods. The input contract order information. The process is you initiate the service order request, you identify the type of request and determine the right sub-process, either if you have to pre-cook or cold or hot food. Then you perform the make-ready activities, assemble the meals, package the meal, transport the meal, serve the meals to seniors, and complete service order requests. The output will be the delivered meal, and your clients or your customers are the consumers and the senior first. And of course, there's always a feedback loop that must be present because that will help you to that continuous improvement. In the measure phase, and the purpose and output, well, in this phase, you will gain information about process performance. This is to understand what's going on at this time. And also, you will develop a problem statement. This will give you the problem cost generation and the measurement and data collection. So what are the different action steps and tools? Well, you have to define the current process, and for this you should use the process flow diagrams. You can address high leverage opportunities and confirm key customers' requirements, and for this you might do interviews, focus group, surveys. Then you're going to gather initial data and confirm key customers' requirements. And for this, you might use the Pareto analysis, benchmarking, other tools. You're going to stratify data, and you're going to develop problem statement and the project scorecard. So this will help you to understand what's going on with your current process and what are all those potential ways that you can improve it. In the analyze phase, you're going to analyze the causes of the problem, because the idea is that you will apply corrective actions to eliminate them. And also you're going to verify the suspected root causes to see if they're really a cause of a specific problem. Now, the output of this phase is the problem and the possible cause analysis. Different actions, steps and tools are develop cause and effect hypothesis. For this, you might use cause and effect diagram. You might do a waste identification. And this is part of the lean concept, in which the main idea is to eliminate the waste. There are 7 types of waste. You have the overproduction defects, you have transportation, you have inventory, you have the waiting time. Those are the different waste that you want to identify so you can work on that elimination. You're going to gather causal data, and you're going to determine and validate the root causes. Then you have the improve phase. This is the phase that you're going to identify actions to reduce defects and variation caused by the root causes. Then you're going to implement selected actions while evaluating the measurable improvement. So here is when you're going to achieve the improvement-oriented activities. You have understood the current process in the measure phase. Then in the analyze phase, you're going to identify where's your gap coming from a current system going to a future system. And it's here in the improve phase that you're going to find those activities that will take you from your current state to a future state. So what are the action steps and tools? You're going to identify breakthroughs and select protocol approaches. For this, you might do improvement plans, the standardization of operation, etc. You're going to perform cost and benefit analysis. You're going to design your future state. You're going to establish performance targets and project scorecard. You're going to get approval to implement. You have to train and execute, and then you're going to measure results and develop the control method. It is always important that you measure what you do so you will see if you have done better. The last phase of this DMAIC is the control phase. And the purpose of this phase is to control the process to ensure continued and improved performance. You're going to determine if improvements can be transferred elsewhere, and this is how you use benchmarking and best practices, and then you're going to identify lessons learned and next steps. So here we're going to be working on control-oriented activities. This is to make sure that our process is instead of control, and there's always ways to improve it. The action steps and tools, you're going to report data and create a process control plan, and you can use the SPC tools. There are 7 SPC tools. You're going to apply the plan, do, check, and act process. You're going to identify replication opportunities. If you have said that this is a good way to do a specific process, and you can copy those in another process, so this is a way to replicate that good standard. And you're going to develop future plans. So the application of Six Sigma gives you great benefits to the organization. Can increase customer satisfaction through improved outcomes, can help with the measurements, monitoring, and management in a more timely manner, can improve internal communication between departments and groups, can increase employee and process productivity, and it can eliminate non-value added activities, so we are no wasting. So with this Six Sigma problem solving overview, you have to you have to understand that there is no standalone product, and nothing should be treated that way. organization must use an integrated Six Sigma policy deployment cycle to achieve high levels of performance, and this is what it will lead us to continuous improvement. So Six Sigma is a quality initiative, is usually applied to solve a specific problem. It can also be used to design a new product line, a new process, with and that will follow different tools because this is designed for Six Sigma. And there is a new concept added to Six Sigma, which is the lean. So that's what we call the lean Six Sigma methodology, because it's also taking into consideration the waste. So this is all for the Six Sigma overview.